Yes, I'm back. It's been a while I've done live, and today is the day. I'm here, and I'm telling you that we need to enjoy this live show because we're going to just know exactly what pie is all about. I'm going to be here for the next 30 to 45 minutes. So if you've got anything to share with me, please don't hesitate to go into the comment section and do your thing. You all know how we do it. You know, put your comments there and we shall make sure, or I shall make sure, I answer all of your questions. So don't worry about anything. It's all about the rise of pi. So today, we're going to talk about the rise of pi. However, I'm going to go into a bit of history with you lot, give you some history lessons about pi. Now, disclaimer, you need to know I don't get paid by pi for anything. I don't get paid by pi. I just have some level of enthusiasm for what I do with pi. So that's what it is. I love pi and no questions about it. Do you know what I mean? So if you think you've got lots to discuss, hey, I'm your guy. I'm here. I'm ready to answer all the questions. However, you need to allow me to be able to do what I do best, which is talk about the history of pi, and then we can go into the rise and obviously the potential rise of pi. But for now, let's do what we do best. So, I'm going to talk about a bit of history. So, obviously, in case you don't already know, Pi was established in 2019 on the 14th of March. Now, when they started, I don't think in their wildest dreams they thought that Pi was going to be as big as it's become. It's become extremely big, and people are now wondering what next. But the next, I mean, what's next or what next is something that nobody knows. You get what I'm trying to say? I've done lots of videos about prediction of prices and I mean the Pi value and all of that, but they're all predictions, as they say. So when you're in cryptocurrency or in the stock market, you realize that because of the fluctuations, you can base your predictions on the present. You get what I mean? They follow that trend, but you can't predict what could happen in future. You understand? So we can do all our predictions all we want. There will still be predictions. Nobody knows what the value of pi is going to be in the coming months. However, what we know is that pi is growing. For all you know, they've already reached 20 million, but they can't officially say because they need active Pi members. So, I mean, if you're not as active, they can't deem you as an active member. You know what I mean? You have to be active, and they have to know that you are there to help them, to help the thingy grow. I may have some pimple here. Hey, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so let's continue. As I was saying, so yes, the history of Pi. So Pi was established at that time. At the time, they had about a few thousands of people, and then obviously after a few months, it increased to 10,000, and then they halved the mining rate, and then it increased to 100,000. So when I joined, it was about 400,000 people. That was in September 2019. That's when I joined. I actually didn't know what I was joining. I didn't know what it was about. So I went and read the white paper, read the FAQs, and then I got a gist of what was happening. Once I got that, I started inviting people because I didn't want to invite people without knowing what I was inviting them to. So the moment I got the hang of everything, I made up my mind. You know what? It's time I invite people. And so once I started inviting people, they all, got the enthusiasm to actually get involved in the Pi revolution. At the time, it wasn't a revolution, it was just an uncertainty that we all got ourselves involved in. But right now, as we speak, it's turned from uncertainty to um, optimism to quiet optimism to um, near absolute certainty that pi is going to be a break. It's going to be the revolution. You understand? So right now it's evolved and it's now in the revolution. So the evolution of the revolution. You understand what I'm saying? and it's really, really promising, as it were. And I can tell you this here and now that since I joined Pi has grown exponentially. And me personally, I would say the predictions I made a few months ago, it could even be less. Sorry, it could be more than the predictions I made. If you go back to the video I made 2 months ago about the price of Pi, the real price of Pi, you would actually see that obviously I went through some algorithms and everything, and I worked out some value. Go back there, watch that video, and then come back and comment, because it's very important that you watch to understand what I actually said on the day. Because Pi itself is going to be a break. I can foresee that, and a lot of people have foreshadowed it. But I can tell you here and now that Pi is going to be a break. I did another video recently about, I think, when Bitcoin's price plummeted, when it plunged. I told you the reason why it did plunge. Watch that video as well. And then when you watch it, you'll realize that there are reasons why all these cryptocurrencies like Shiba Inu and not Dogecoin, because Dogecoin I don't really see. It looks like Shiba Inu is going to be bigger than Dogecoin at the moment as we speak. So Dogecoin is like it's fluctuating here and there. You know what I mean? But Shiba Inu is the one. But then when Pi comes, it's going to supersede all of them. You know what I mean? It's going to supersede all of them. So yes, I believe that Pi is going to hold its own, and a lot of people do believe that as well. But we need to make it happen. We, the pioneers in the Pi ecosystem, need to make it happen. And to do that, we need to make sure that everything we do is legit. We shouldn't go around scamming people about things, because once you scam people, what you're doing is the authenticity of Pi will be diminished. And when that happens, people that could potentially or could have potentially got themselves involved in it wouldn't do that at all. I have a video coming up, I think sometime in the middle of the week, or maybe on Thursday, and it will tell you another person that could potentially, another billionaire who could potentially join the Pi revolution. That I've kept it a secret. I'll release it towards that time. It will also be a premiere, so you can watch it and enjoy that one too. But for now, we are going to talk about the rise of Pi, and I'm going to take the next few minutes to actually give everyone the opportunity to ask a question. Now, somebody here has asked a question. I don't know if I do understand it, but let's see, unless they elaborate. So, what are they saying? They said, how much do whales in Pi hold? I will need you to elaborate on that. I don't understand it, I'm afraid. But we will come back to that. Once you elaborate, give me a proper question. I'll answer that. But how much do whales, what is whales in Pi hold? Whales in Pi hold. Anyway, I have no idea. But anyway, let's continue. So, as I was saying, we will be able to, for the next few minutes, I'll be discussing the evolution of Pi, which is the rise of Pi. And Pi, again, there's a disclaimer. I don't work for Pi. I work for myself. I do a bit of YouTube here and there. I'm a part-time YouTuber. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. So I do it if and when I can. And you can see that lately I've been releasing videos thick and fast. Yes, I'm doing that. The live ones right now, I've put a break to it. So when I feel like doing it, I will do. Right now, I feel like doing the live. So I say, you know what? Let me try and come and be interactive with you lot. So if you want to be interactive, this is the platform to do that. So let's continue. So as I was saying, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. I always do that. I don't lecture. I try to have a conversation, so everybody should get involved. I think somebody might have asked a question. Right. Okay. Aha. Now the questions are coming thick and fast. So, Shao, I'll call you Vera. If you want me to call you Vera, Vera Nyai, Shao. Now this is your question. What is the highest number of Pi coins held by a single person? Ha 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 ha. All right. So, right now, what I'll tell you will probably be hypothetical, because I've seen a lot of people. I know one person, I'm not going to mention his name, but I know one person that holds more than 2 million Pi coins. Yeah. Right now, we can say Pi tokens. One person. He's got over 50,000 pioneers. Yeah, I know one person. He's got over 50,000 pioneers. I am not at that level. I don't intend to be at that level because what he's dedicated his whole time to doing this, and I applaud him for that. But it's not an easy thing when you want to get to that level. You know, you would have to ensure that the people you get are legit people who would want to mine every 24 hours and will not miss. Now, the people I have, most of them, even though they do mine, they're not regulars. You know, some of them have got themselves some KYC, so they're fine. Most of them haven't been KYC'd yet, so that's also another thing. But to answer your question, yeah, I know one person that has about 2 million odd Pi tokens. I don't know if that's the highest, but that's the highest I know. And so I go to Ashish. Ashish says, at what price can we expect Pi to open? Now, Ashish, have you subscribed to my channel? You need to subscribe. It's very important. But if you have, thank you. And please share my content, all of you. It's very important to me as well. Helps the channel grow. Like it. If you've got a super chat, put it in there. That's also another thing that helps the channel grow. Super chats, I will read them by default. Okay, so let's continue. So you're asking me at what price can we expect Pi to open? Okay, so I have a video which I did make, and that was the time when Bitcoin's prices were plummeting severely. And at the time, no, that was before it plummeted severely. It was around $50,000 per Bitcoin then. But now, obviously, I think it's around 30 something thousand dollars per Bitcoin. But at the time, the calculations I made, it was under $1 at the time when it was about to start. So, but I think it's going to increase. If I look at my algorithm, the trend at which things are going, and based on what Elon Musk is also doing, we all know Elon Musk is the guy that's actually driving this whole cryptocurrency market. And Elon Musk is ensuring that they don't go too high, because they do go too high, the affordability is going to be much severe. So what they've done is he's tried to control it by inculcating stuff like, oh, they need to be energy efficient and all of that. If they're not energy efficient, then he will not allow their Bitcoin to be used as a form of payment at Tesla. So that's a strategic thing that he did, obviously, and that will help. He wants to help Dogecoin rise, but then it could be a sword in his Achilles heel as well, because if you do that, remember, Bitcoin drives the cryptocurrency market. So if Bitcoin plunges, then all the others follow suit, apart from probably Shiba Inu and Cardano. They don't follow that trend, and therefore Pi will also not follow that trend. So you're saying that by when can we expect Pi to reach $10? Now, this is something that you can't predict. It's very difficult because it's a very volatile market. However, based on the trend that the algorithm I used, Pi should, now this is it, Pi should hit $10 in the probably 2 years time, 2 years after it's launched. So 2 years after it's been on the crypto exchange, it will probably rise to $10. But remember, nothing is certain. It could also plummet. Remember, it could also plummet. So, but if it follows the same trend as all of them are, then it should get to $10 by 2 years. However, it's not guaranteed. It's just a trend. Any idea by when we can expect KYC to start? Now, KYC, remember, they want all of us. I've been KYC'd already, but a few people I know haven't, and a few people I know have. However, what they want is people to be KYC'd by the time of launching, or by the time we launch on the exchange. So everybody will be given the opportunity to have themselves KYC'd. Remember that. Everybody will be given the opportunity to have themselves KYC'd. Now, Vera is saying that, don't you think we're capable of starting from $1, since we are to start with over 10 million pioneers, something that has not been done by any crypto coin, even Bitcoin? Now, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, that's why I'm saying that the only way we're going to drive this thing, the only way we're going to drive the price forward and drive it high is when we're able to ensure that we don't have scammers trying to get people to do things that they're not supposed to do. So if we do everything legitimately and ensure that everyone that comes on our bandwagon is legitimate, then obviously the authenticity of it ensures that the big guns, the billionaires, the multimillionaires, when they're coming on board, they know that this is some trustworthy thing they're getting themselves into. It's some trustworthy thing that they're investing their hard-earned capital into. You understand? So if they put 1%, 2% of their portfolio, they don't lose much. You understand what I'm saying? But if they realize that people are just trying to be opportunists and take advantage of the vulnerable and the people that don't have vast knowledge about cryptocurrency, then they're not going to come. Because remember, there are other cryptocurrencies around. But Pi seems to be a standout because it was the first to actually bring about the mobile cryptocurrency. You understand? So all the others, the copycats, your B networks and your Eagles and your Timestamp and all of that, they're good, but they're not the pioneers. They're not the initiators of mobile cryptocurrency. So Pi will always be the initiator of it, therefore the one that the big guns would trust the most. You understand? So you don't want to diminish the authenticity and the legitimacy of it. You understand? So let me see what Ashish is saying. Are you sure mainnet will be by this year end and does free mining stop by then? Now the surety of it by the end of this year is about 80% because remember, it's all based on all the tests they're doing in this testnet stage phase we're in. You understand? So yeah, if it follows the trend, the timeline, everything, it should be by the end of this year, which is Q4 or latest Q1. Now, as to the mining, supposedly it's not going to stop by then. We will still continue. We'll continue mining free of charge by then. But remember, it's going to be halved. So right now, I think we have 0.2. It's going to be 0.1. So, but I don't know what new pioneers are going to do. Because new pioneers, I think they're going to have a problem. You understand? New pioneers are going to have a problem. Those of us that have been in for a while, we are going to be okay. New pioneers would have to invite so many people in order to get what we have. You understand? So your question, this one, where is Pi Core team located? Can we meet them? Well, due to COVID, the meeting of Pi Core team is near impossible, but most of them are located in, what's the name? California. Most of them are located in Silicon Valley, around that area. But remotely, you can reach them. When you go to the site, go to mindpi.com, you get all the contact us details there, and then you'll be able to contact them. They're all reachable. They're reachable. They're not keeping anybody at arm's length. They're reachable. So you should be able to reach them and talk to them. If it's via email, DM, whatever, you can use that. And if they're free enough, they can respond to you. That's one thing. What else? What else? You can't meet them at the moment, unfortunately. You can't meet them because of COVID, unfortunately. So, worst case scenario. For worst case scenario, when can we expect $100 for each buy? Now that is actually, I wouldn't say worst case scenario, say the dream case. That's the dream case. $100 is far fetched at the moment. You're looking at 5 to 10 years. So you don't want to really be talking about $100 at the moment. That's just being realistic. You want to be talking about 50 cents to about $2 at the beginning. And then afterwards, we'll see what the market holds. But normally with these things, they follow a trend. They have a rush, a rise. So that's when you sell a bit of your thing. So this is an advice I'm giving you free of charge. That's why you need to give me some super chats, because I'm giving you free advice with this one of how to manage these things when we start. When we start, what's going to happen is it's going to rise. The price will rise sharply. It's a transient rise. If you did mathematics, you know what I mean. It will rise very sharply, and then when it rises, it peaks at that place, and then it plunges. So as at the time it's peaking, that's when you want to sell some of your tokens. When you sell some, you leave some, and then when it plummets, you buy some. So you sell when it peaks, you buy when it plummets, and then you will be able to study it, keep it, buy some, study it, keep it, buy some, like that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how it really works. And then you've got the futurist here saying it's for everyday people. Pi trying to establish what Bitcoin meant and failed. So I think Pi will never hit 500. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I mean, like I was saying, people shouldn't look at the Bitcoin trend, because me, Bitcoin, I feel like the ship is sailing, because the new kid in the block is Pi and it's about to dominate. I'm saying, I'll keep saying it. People can think what they think. It's my prerogative. I can say what I want. Do you know what I mean? And based on what I've seen, Pi is gonna hit the stratosphere. A lot of people are gonna look at Pi with envy eventually. Right now people are so focused, they're distracted by all the other ones. You understand? But they don't realize that Pi is gonna be first of all the new kid in the block and then the reigning king. You know what I mean? So it comes in as a new kid in the block and then it reigns as a king eventually. And then I've got MSD Afridi said Pi is the future. Those who don't get it now will regret it later. Now, these are the kind of statements I love to hear. He's absolutely right. Pi is the future. That's why we say it's the future. No, not the present. The present, you just have to work at it. You work hard in the present, and then the future is where everything is. And yeah, absolutely. I like that name. The future is here. That's it. The future is now, right now. Absolutely right. So just to complement what MSK Afridi said, the future is here, right now. You know, Bitcoin is sailed. It's sailed already. Bitcoin has had its time. You understand? That's why you can see what's happening. And Elon Musk knows what he's doing. He can see what's coming. The guy is a billionaire for a reason. He can see what's coming. And because he sees what's coming, what's he doing? He's ensuring that Bitcoin's popularity slowly but surely diminishes. And when that happens, what's going to happen? You're going to have Pi just swooping slowly. You understand? So yeah, that's what's going to happen. So at Swayze Town, it's also saying that whales are the big holders, the billionaires. Oh yeah, so that was the question that this guy was asking in the beginning. This one. How much do whales in Pi hold? Oh, right. You know what? It was the beginning, so my head wasn't screwed on properly. But I get it now. I get it now. Does anybody have an answer to that? Swayze, I believe Swayze Town, I believe you have an answer. So let's move on. Let me read this one as well. Ashish is saying Pi is the only cryptocurrency that is working in a very professional manner and not seen with any other. Absolutely, Ashish. Pi, they contact us all the time. They make us know what's happening. We're not kept in the dark. Everything is transparent. So, hey, why should I trade Pi for anything else? I have one or two cryptocurrencies that I do trade with, but not with a large sum of money, because you don't want to be doing that. The fluctuations and the volatility of them ensures that you have to be careful. You get what I mean? You have to be very careful when you're dealing with them. So yes, Pi, they're very professional. They update us all most of the times. They tell us what's happening. They engage us. They get us involved. We're not kept in the dark. And trust me, a lot of things are happening. So Jean-Claude, Jean-Marie, will there be machine to withdraw Pi? Now that I have no idea. I can only tell you that we will have our wallet and we'll have our marketplace and all of that. That we're gonna have. And when you have that, trading goods and services is going to be much straightforward. We have our own exchange, obviously, and obviously because it's a decentralized cryptocurrency, you are in charge of everything and you control everything. So for now, every question you've got, you need to ask, because once that time comes and decentralization comes into full effect, it's going to be hard, because then you are in control of everything. And when you're in control of everything, including your private and public key, in this case, that your private key becomes your passphrase, you are in charge of everything. So you have to be careful what you do. And then you've got Vera saying, here in Ghana, I have a game house where pie will be accepted. Right. Now, Vera, I need you to tell me something about Ghana. It's very important. Actually, I need everybody to tell me where they're communicating from. I need that because I need to ask questions about that. So, Vera, in Ghana, how acceptable is pie by the people? How acceptable is pie by the people? I want to know in each of your various countries where you're at, how acceptable is pie by the people? I want to know, please. I want to know because this is important fact that I need. I need facts from you, not speculation or prediction, things you don't know. Just give me facts. How popular or how accepted is pie in your respective countries? Please do tell me. I want to know. It's very important that I know these things. So what are people saying? Let me see on my phone because I think I can see something. So Ashish just sent something. All right. All right. So Ashish says, right. I hear something like a pie marketplace which offers one pie value of $100 US dollars. Is it true? I've seen that as well. It's called Pi Lifestyle, something I don't know. They've contacted me before, and I think I did a video about when I did a video about the value of pi or the real price of pi. To them, it was controversial, so they felt like it would diminish their authenticity. So they came to me and they're like, I should get involved in it and see how it is before telling people not to join and stuff. And I told them, look, everybody has a perspective. This is my perspective, and I'm telling you that I'm telling my followers, the people that trust me, that look, don't do this because if you do that and pie get to know of it, you're gonna be in deep trouble. You know what I mean? So people took heed of what I said, and they didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'll tell you is it is that over there, but when you go, you realize that it's not actually that. You get what I mean? It's not actually that. So you have to be careful the way people paint and sugarcoat things to you. Not everything that glitters is gold. Remember that. You want to really follow what the Pi core team is saying. Just do that and let everything be legitimized. So don't know any places yet, but once it will be available in exchanges, then prices will be skyrockets. Now that's what MSK Afride is saying. Absolutely, I believe that. Um, I don't know of any place at the moment, but here in the UK, everything goes according to the law. So the letter of the law. So we do things according to the letter of the law. And if you want to implement cryptocurrency here, you need to implement it to the letter of the law. You don't want to be caught in any trouble trying to do something else. Do you know what I mean? And Ashish is saying, who decides the initial value when listed on exchanges? Now, nobody decides that. We drive the price. Remember that. So when the interest in cryptocurrency is risen and the enthusiasm goes up, the price will form itself. Remember, we're in a computerized age. So a lot of the things that are happening at the moment are based on computers. You get what I mean? So that's what it is. And there I saying, I've got lots of friends here in Ghana who are into Pi, also in Cameroon. Yes, I've got lots of friends all over the world, Nigeria, India, USA, Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, here in the UK, the Netherlands, so China, South Korea, so Japan. I've got so many people all around the world who are into Pi, and they all love that. MSK Afridi is saying prices will depend on demand and supply. Absolutely. Well, if you've done economics, you know that if demand is high, supply has to be, knocked off. That way the price goes up, right? So if demand is higher, I mean ratio, if the demand is higher than the supply, we all know what's going to happen. Prices will go up. And you and I again, you and I are the ones that are going to actually enjoy this if if demand is much, much higher than supply. So what's Ashish saying? I mean, the initial value of Shiba Inu coin was 0.000002. So just curious to know how did they come on this value. Now you need to remember that Shiba Inu was not actually mined. Nothing was known about it. I think it was still implemented by the guy that did Bitcoin, or is it Ethereum or so? Yeah, I think it's Ethereum, the concept of Ethereum. So I beg your pardon. So it's not going to be, you can't compare the two. Remember, with Pi, everything has been built up. You know, the popularity is already there. We already have almost 20 million, if not yet 20 million active pioneers. So with Pi, it's different. Pi is different. You can't compare the two. Shiba Inu, remember, the way Shiba Inu is, if you buy, let's say, 1,000 Shiba Inus, you're going to get around 0.00002 thing. So if you get that, what it means is if the price goes up, you're gaining. So you want to buy more of it. That's what it is. They want that's why they've got so many of them, trillions in circulation. You know, remember, with Pi, a lot are going to be burned. You need to remember that as well. A lot are going to be burned. So you've got a lot of people who are on it. They've just mined the Pi coins, but it's not going to be used, which means that the core team eventually get that. You know, so it's going to be burned, and once it's burned, we will still have proper value at the end of the day. So if you're asked to do your KYC, don't hesitate. Do it quickly. Very important. So what am I reading? Year 2030, 100-inch new Samsung TV for 10 pi. My God. Yeah. Yep, 100-inch Samsung TV. New Samsung TV for 10 pi. So we're talking about what? So if let's say 100-inch Samsung TV is $10,000, for instance, 10 pi. So we're talking about 100 pies is what you're going to use. Sorry, 1,000 pi. Sorry, 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 pi is what you're going to use for that. Yeah, is it? No, 10 pi. So sorry, if it's 10,000, it means, yeah, you're going to use that. Oh, okay, that's not bad. So that means pi will be worth about 1,000. That's what actually I didn't do my maths properly. Pi will be worth about 1,000. One pi will be worth 1,000. Then that's what you're trying to say. That's not bad, is it? I can buy a Porsche then. Okay, Vera is saying that Shiba Inu is still looking for more holders to boost up their price, something which Pi has already. That's what I was trying to say. That you're absolutely right. Pi has all of that already. We have everything. Pi's foundation is so strong that if we build a skyscraper to the moon, it will still hold. I'm telling you. Pi's foundations are so strong that if we build a skyscraper on it to the moon, that skyscraper will still hold. Click that line. I'm telling you. That's what's going to happen. So, yes, I don't doubt Pi at all. And here, Ashish again, Ashish, my guy, he said, yeah, Pi Army will be bigger than Shiba Army. Absolutely, I'm sure of that. Yeah. Come on, man. I've been sure of this for more than 1.5 years, hence my enthusiasm. Since I became a YouTuber, I've been talking about Pi for the past 6 months non-stop. You know, I've got this video I'm doing about cryptocurrency. I think I've got episode 2 now. You can go and check it out. It's really good. I'm really talking about the continents. I did Africa last week. I'll be doing Asia this week. So Tuesday you're gonna watch episode 2, and then the following week I'll do another continent or region, and I'll do 5 to 6 regions, or continents. So you're gonna see all of that, and then I always make mention of Pi. Obviously, there's always reference to Pi, and my guy is saying that Rolls Royce will suit you. You know, ironically, yesterday I saw a Rolls Royce. I was like, "Gosh, I would love me one of these." I saw a Rolls Royce yesterday. Somebody was driving it. I said, "Oh, I would love me one of these because that looks so classy." You know, huge car. Have you seen what the Queen's customized car is? It's so great. Like when you see it, like, yeah, this is it. You know, customized it for her. But yeah, Rolls Royce would suit me. Thank you, man. I would love that. Trust me, I would love that. like all of us should have like what we call the pie convention, and this convention will be about all of us being multimillionaires meeting up and sharing ideas and what to do to build the world for a better place and not what it is right now with COVID ravaging every single country, including India. It's just so sad the way the situation is. But hey, let's pump in some happiness and enthusiasm into this. So Vera's saying that I was surprised Shiba has just about 600,000 or 600K holders, far less compared to Pi. And I think PiCon supply will be less too. Now, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Because PiCoin supply is always going to be low. The demand is going to be high. That's why they keep halving. The halving is going to come soon. It will come after we're going to mainnet. So immediately we're going to mainnet, it's going to halve to 0.1. You understand? And then once it halves to 0.1, it's going to be harder and harder and harder. And Ashish is saying that while making members, I think that's continuation from there. While making members, I tell them they can expect value of $1 for each pie within a year. So what do you think? Can I expect this value? I would say, did you say within 1 year? Let me see. Within a year. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I wouldn't say, but I'll say the probability is a bit less than you think, but it's possible. The markets, like I said, they're so unpredictable. But because Pi is so independent, it will not be dependent on what Bitcoin does, because Bitcoin drives the other cryptocurrency market. But I don't think it can push Pi, because Pi, we are too strong. You understand? We're too many and we're too strong. The community is very, very close knit. We're all together. We all kind of have a similar mindset and one direction. You get what I mean? So because we know where we're going, it's very, very possible. It's highly possible. However, I would say when you look at Pi, do the right things with it. Don't exploit anybody whilst at it, because when you start doing that, whoever would want to be a holder of it, the billionaires that want to come in and swoop everything, they will be looking at it and be like, oh, these people are jokes. And if they say we're a joke, then it's not going to work. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to be a joke. We want to be taken seriously. And to be taken seriously means you look out for each other and ensure that each and every member understands what they've got themselves into, not just telling them, oh, you can join, you're going to get that. Oh, you can join it. You can tell them that, but at the same time, you need to ensure that don't give them empty optimism, because one thing you don't want anybody to do is to lose trust, and to lose trust and you can't regain it is very difficult. So yes, keep your comments coming. We've got probably 10 more minutes to go. No, I've seen your question. Let me just paste it there. So if a country bans cryptocurrency, then does it affect the Pi members of that country? No, it doesn't. Because remember, your Pi goes into the cloud, so you can still use it, even though you may be using obviously their service and stuff because of the internet. You can still use VPN and all of that. Do you know what I mean? So it still has to it still has to work. You understand? Because it's in the cloud. You need to remember that everything you do is in the cloud. The cloud is different. The cloud is not like on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? So everything should work. Remember, when you're mining, you just go onto the internet to ensure that you mine, and then once you press the lightning bolt, what happens? You can switch your internet off. It's gone into the cloud. So nothing difficult. Nothing difficult. Yes, you can also do your super chats as well. Very important for the channel, because now the channel is growing and I need extra equipment to ensure that the whole setting is much, much better. I need to set things up better. So hey, a little thingy will not help. Sorry, will not be bad. Wait, let me check, because I can read on my phone as well. Right. So Vera saying that Pi might be Pi might be to the push up future coins like B. What do you think? Oh, okay, okay. I understand what you're saying. Pi would be probably the one that would be able to push up coins like B Network. Is it B Network? I don't have a lot of trust for them. You know why? Uh, they're not communicative. They're not communicative. They just put it out there and that's it. They just put it out there and that's it. They're not really like the way Pi is. You know, Pi is investing their time and energy and everything, their knowledge. They're ensuring that we share things with them. Nothing is autonomous. You understand? Everything is shared. You get what I'm trying to say? So with Pi, I don't have any qualms with them. I love what they're doing. Others, and I'll always compare because the experience I've had with Pi, I've not had it with all the others. So my commitment is not as whole. That's why I don't talk about them because my commitment is not as whole compared to um, Pi. And Ashish, yeah, said by August the 7th, the hackathon will be ready. So when can we expect? Now, hackathon, I've not really gone into it that much. I've actually suggested one or two things. I haven't gone into it. But you just keep following what Dr. Nicholas Kakalis says, and let's see where it takes us. All right, Ashish, let's see where it takes us. Yes, Stacy's Grocery Services saying no trust for B as well. Yeah, I don't trust B. Sorry. I don't trust B at all. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, a lot of people are doing stuff on it, but to me, it looks so much of a hoax. You know, I feel like there isn't much going on there. They're just gathering your momentum. So if you get like some tokens for them, they're gonna be happy to take it. You know what I mean? And gather some information about you and all of that. I mean, the KYC came too quick. Time Stoke, the same thing, too quick. Ego, I don't know what the hell they are about. But anyway, they're all there trying to do their thing. Some programmers just thought, you know what, let's design something, use some GUI method stuff, design and use Java, do something. And then that's what they did. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, Stacy's Grocery Services, I don't trust them either. I have them, of course, I have them. I do mine from time to time just to check what's going on with them because you can't not talk about something if you have no idea about it. So with me, I have to have an idea of what I'm talking about. So obviously, what I've done is I've got myself into it to see. I mind from time to time, not as committed and dedicated as I am with Pi because Pi, we all know, is the dawn. And what percentage of pioneers do you think will actually go to mainnet? Now, this is a good question. I like questions like this. Stacy, where are you from? Yeah, so right now, what I know is if you look at Pi at the moment, there is about, well, unofficially, they will say more than 20 million. Officially, we are about 18 million plus. I would say it would, the percentage. So, what will happen is if you look at what's happening right now, when they say that active members, active pioneers, what they mean is the ones that are there mostly, the ones that they see interacting with people, the ones that make suggestions, the ones that mine frequently, they're the ones that are about 80 million plus. So they still have others who don't mind often, who are about just some percentage. It could be about 60%. So if you want to put all of them together, I will personally just go half. I'll say half are going to be chucked away. You understand? Half are going to, because even my members, yeah, I have about a few, maybe 40% who will be chucked away. About 40% will be chucked away. So yes, I'm very sure of it. 40% of my members, I'm basing it on that. That 40% will be chucked away. Oh, Utah. You're Utah, USA. Yeah, shout outs to Utah. Yes, yes, that's good, Stacy. Very good. And Ashish saying, other than inviting members, is there any other way to increase Pi coins? Um, Pi coins, I would say for now, is just inviting members. That's what it is. Keep inviting members and ensure that they mind. If they don't mind, then obviously, what's the point? What's the point? I beg your pardon. One of my alarm watches is just going off. Yep. Yes. So if you don't mind, then what's the point? So you tell them that if they're not going to mine, then you don't want them to be a part of your team, because anybody in your team has to mine in order for your mining rate to go up. So it doesn't matter how many people you have. Let's say you have 1,000 people and only 100 are mining. What's the point? That's 10%. You want more than 50% mining. So if, let's say, I have 200 people and 100 people are mining, that's 50%. If you have 1,000 and 100 people are mining, that's 10%. That's not enough for you, because you went through hell to invite 1,000 people. You get what I'm trying to say? So you have to look at it from a very statistical point of view. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, does Pi have any customer care number? Not that I know of at the moment. But you can still check on their website. I don't go there often, to be honest. Like I said, I do my own thing. So yeah. Stacy, he could do Fever IQ to earn more Pi. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that. Yep, you can do Fever IQ as well. Go there, do your stuff. Fill in all the stuff there. You can get some Pi from there as well. Yes, there is that. There is that. Absolutely, Stacy, or Stacy's Grocery Services, if you want to be called that. And if it's Stacy, then it's Stacy. Yes, so we're almost coming to the end. We have about 5 more minutes. So if you've got questions, please do throw them out there and let me answer them. So this whole thing, first of all, let me just give you that. The disclaimer is I don't work for Pi. Everything I do is from my knowledge. My knowledge spanning 20 months at the moment, 20 months. So spanning about 20 months or 21 months of knowledge, and a lot of stuff I've amassed from them. So that's about that. And obviously the rise of Pi, we all know where it started from. It started with a few thousands, and then it rose to 10,000, and then it halved, and then it rose to 100,000, then it halved, and I joined when they were about 450,000. Then it went to 1 million in December 2019, and then it halved again to 0.4. And then by sometime last year, they hit 10 million and it halved to 0.2. So that's where we're at the moment, 0.2. That will take a while before we get to 100 million, but it will not get to 100 million before it halves. It's going to halve when we get to mainnet. So once it halves, they will have a decision to make whether to let it get to 100 million before they completely stop the free mining, or to stop the free mining. But I think they will continue it because they know people are going to rush in. And when people rush in, demand will be high, supply will be limited. I'm about 14K. I'm about 14K Pi. I expect to lose about 4K after mainnet. Now, I understand that. I'm going straight to this. Now, thank you so much, Stacy's Grocery Services, for this. This is so important. Now, the channel grows when you do this. When you do this, listen, Stacy, I'll not forget you. Actually, I'm going to make you. I'll make you a. Let me see if I can make you a moderator. Stacy. You know what? I'll look for your name. I'll make you a moderator. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll make you a moderator. So you would be able to join me, and we will do some stuff very soon. But thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. This is what I'm talking about. The channel grows when people do this. And Jean-Claude Jean-Marie says, what about Shiba Faucet? Do you believe in it? With Shiba, I don't have any reservations with that, to be honest. I feel like Shiba is one of the ones that's also going to kick on pretty soon. Shiba is a very progressive crypto. It's a very progressive one. I've seen what's happening there, and it looks promising. Do you know what I mean? It looks very promising. So I personally, I would love to be able to buy some, but at the moment when I go to Coinbase, it tells me I can't. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, and then we'll see what happens. I keep my fingers crossed, and then we'll see what happens with that. Do you know what I mean? I'll keep my fingers crossed. Later, please. I'll keep my fingers crossed, and then we'll see what happens. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a good one. I think I'll have to do these live shows because you lot are so good. The communication, the interaction, the knowledge based stuff that you people discuss. You're so good. And Stacy's Grocery Services. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. I really, like I said, I'm gonna look for your name, and then I'm gonna make you a moderator if you don't mind. If you mind, then I won't. But if you don't mind, I can make you a moderator, and that would help a lot because it's people like you that I like. People that are so engaging. All of you, Ashish, um, Jean Claude, Jean Marie. Who else? Vera, MSK Afridi, and Swayze. The future is here. And all of you, listen, all of you, I appreciate everything. Okay. And Ashish obviously saying, thanks, bro. We want to see you more talking on Pi. Trust me, you're gonna see me talking on Pi a lot. I do talk about Pi a lot. But the thing is, because I do other things, I also talk about like cryptocurrency in general, but I always refer to Pi because that's the point. I'm trying to get people into Pi, but if you don't introduce them to cryptocurrency as a whole and you talk about Pi, it will be like, you're just talking marketing terms. But you want to talk about everything, which is the truth. Tell the truth to people, and that's exactly what I try to do. And Stacy is saying that there are many cryptos that are focused on the unbanked. Do you think that Pi might be late to the game? I don't think so because right now I believe Pi is actually focusing on the unbanked, actually, and Pi is where the unbanked can actually have more access to. Do you know what I mean, Stacey? So no, I believe Pi has come at the right time. They're not late at all. If anything at all, they're right in the thick of things, the middle of things. And right now, I believe the things that are going to happen with Pi are going to be immense. People are waiting for it. People can't wait. Fingers are crossed. People are just patiently waiting. We've been patient. Those of us that joined earlier, we've been patient. You can imagine that. I've been in there since September 2019. Do you know what I mean? And yes, you can be a moderator. No problem. That's good. I'll make you a moderator very soon, Stacy. I'll make you a moderator. And then we have Safe Moon has the Gambia. Yes, that's true. And yeah, I wanted when I spoke about cryptocurrency in Africa, cryptocurrency is ripe for Africa. I have a series you guys need to watch. It started last week. Cryptocurrency is ripe. That's the series. But I've done one. The first one was cryptocurrency is ripe for Africa. This week is going to be cryptocurrency is ripe for Asia, and you're going to see the Africa one. I forgot to mention that Acoin is also a cryptocurrency. I forgot to mention that Acoin by Akon, the musician, the rapper, and that's also gaining ground in Africa. So yeah, if you go to Bitrex exchange, that platform, you're going to see everything there. So yeah, you can buy Acoin on Bitrex. Is there. So yeah, Acoin is also one of them, one of the cryptocurrencies for people in Africa. And then yeah, I've done about Asia as well. The video is going to be premiered tomorrow on Tuesday. I think 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock UK time, 7 o'clock GMT. So if it's US Eastern time, about I think 3 p.m. something like that. So yeah, you can do all of that. You can also watch that, and then you will realize that listen, everything is honed in towards Pi. So yes, if you want me to do a lot of these live shows, I'll be doing them because I actually asked a question recently that do they want me to do live shows or do they want me to do produced and released shows? And a lot of them said I should produce and release, and sometimes mix it in with this one. So what do you think? Do you think I should produce and release, or that's recording, producing, and releasing, or the live shows? Which one do you think? And if you think I should do that, I will do that without hesitation. Trust me, everything I do is for you lot. So yes, if you want that, just let me know, and that's what I'm gonna do. And also, you can also put in stuff in the comment section after the live show, not just here. You can put in the comment section. It actually travels far when you put stuff in the comment section. I would really appreciate that. Now I need to end the stream But remember, whatever you do, make sure that Pi should always be at the forefront of all of it. Yeah, we are in a revolution at the moment with respect to Pi. The name is Ray, the channel is Race United, and the word is peace.